Hey guys, welcome back to MaxCast, start of our Unification. Today I have another 1 vs 1 for you on deadly Fun Archeology. On the left side playing Chaos Marines we have Grindan. On the right side playing Imperial Guard we have Creed. So the second time Creed again. Again going, no, this time for Gen. Okay, interesting opener. Going for Gen first, 2 Guardsmen, Tech Priest and Conscript. So this is a little change up, I guess. The idea is to quickly get the middle or something and then build the infantry command here, or he tries to get the listening post here and then get the infantry command over here. I do not know how I feel about delaying your command squad, which is very potent, but that's how he plans to do it. Probably now moving his engines here over here. No, actually getting, you get some building area even from the generators. So the starting area is like this probably, and then this has another control area around it. So then you can place the infantry command a little bit more forward. On the other side, Grindan goes for Raptor 3. I saw 3 cultists into Raptors, also going for generator. So he goes for harassment and economy on the back of it. Yeah, really interested to see Creed, who has shown us last week how potent of a player he really is. So yeah, let's see if the slightly delayed infantry command is an issue. It will, however, help the tech priest over here to defend against these raptor scouts, as he could jump into the building anytime, mounting some defenses. But for now, moving around, playing a little dance with them, going into this building. No, just like a little I should have a little dance. I go in, no I don't, and stuff like that. The cultists will be able to capture the map relatively quickly. The third squad of cultists now going actually directly for the middle, it seems. That's interesting. Some guardsmen now being aggressive after capturing this point. These one of these fellows is about to capture the relic, I think. So the conscripts in general are really good in the sense that you have one more capping squad relatively quickly on the field. The command squad is being a nuisance in the middle, killing a few cultists, getting the strategic point. Is however captured from the cultists, I am trying to say. Even decapping this point and now capping is probably not the right choice. Yeah. And how is the Raptors doing? The Raptors are annoying, as they are. There's a tech priest over here. Yeah, so he has some issues capturing his own points, which should in theory enable him to have an economy advantage. However, the relic of Grindan is not captured as well. And the relic is also not captured here, and this point was decapped, so more or less even Stevens, I guess. 56 and 10 against 56 and 10. There you go. You can stick actually with the guardsman view this time. They're just moving around trying to be annoying. Are these guardsmen over here? Guardsmen are, however, capturing the middle, and when they got the middle and maybe even get a turret or something, this should be good. In comes now the Chaos Lord. The Chaos Lord is a potent combatant in melee. Not sure if he wins against the command squad. There's, I think, no vanilla commander that wins against the command squad. A lot of cultists now firing over here, and yeah, we have no grenade launchers because we do not have any armory. We only have the possessed conduit, chaos temple, whatever. Sorry. So economy development, even capturing this point in the back, this is annoying. See if the command squad can do anything against the economy of Grindan, but yeah, not really yet. I really like Grindan's color scheme. Just look at it, how brightly blue and green, like poisonous green, I guess. Raptors now are on the prowl in the middle, but will they get this point done before? And now needs to jump in. Yeah, okay, so this is kind of hold. Especially now that the command squad is moving over here, the Imperial Guardsmen, 2 of these are now holding against these cultists. The Chaos Lord just doesn't want to participate. He likes some dead cultists, I guess. And now alone can do a whole lot. There's now even a commissar added, so we might see a difference in approaches. Last time we saw from Creed a very impressive no upgrade game where he focused on how should I say, vehicles and heavy weapon teams, where heavy weapon teams do not benefit from most infantry upgrades. Down goes the Van Stubbs, you could call him. But yeah, he will build relatively quickly, I think. Yeah, his adding time is really low. In comes the Raptors again, but this time the point is already being started to build up. The middle is being upgraded, which I like. Is there a tier 2? Tier 2 is already on the way. Tier 2 is not... Or is it finished? No, it's not started yet, right? Yeah, it starts now, basically. It could start now. And should, though. Just keep this selected to see. I guess we see some plasma pistols. Or some other upgrades. Maybe we can see on type of upgrades what's going on. Oh, it's plasma pistols. He's getting aggressive in tier 1. There's even more Space Marines in. So Grindan is sticking to an aggressive tier 1, where tier 2 is almost finished with Imperial Guard. And this is where Imperial Guard wants to be. They do not want to be in tier 1 for that long. The command squad comes out now going into melee, trying to save this listing post. There would be the need of an attack priest engineer in here, but I think he only has one, and is building, busy building this point over here. Command squad eating some shots and now getting back into this. Will get some extra shots before they get locked out here as well. The Raptors now again being a nuisance, this time tying down the back line of the Imperial Guard, which now are in a full retreat over here. Both these points can be decapped, the relic and the point over here. The middle point, however, still stands strong. Tier 2 is done, so we will see a heavy weapon team and the command squad actually completely wiped over here. This listing post will go up, question mark. It will. Already has sustained some damage from the Raptor harassment. There's a lot of Chaos Marines, the 2 squad of Chaos Marines, the Chaos Lord and the Raptors over here. The question is now, can Imperial Guard hold this? The question is not if they can hold their HQ, which they can without big issues. They can also hold this point over here because they have this infantry command over here. The question is, can they hold their economy? Because the economy is currently not the greatest, but yeah, the middle point is what holds everything together here for the moment. And over here we have now a very potent point over here. There's the execute being used as well. Another generator being added. Yeah, we would need to see more upgraded listing posts, I guess, to make up for the lack of points. Grindan has quite the economy now, but has the tech disadvantage. Let's see if or what can Creed do with his tech advantage over here. He doesn't have the resources to do a whole lot for now. 20 power income is not enough to sustain some vehicle production for the most part, but we have a heavy weapon team. We will probably see a second heavy weapon team now that the command squad is out. He really likes the heavy weapon teams. No heavy weapon team yet. Oh, is it just finished? No, there's a heavy weapon team here now getting melee down by these Raptors, but the Raptors in turn getting focus fired by everything else. So that wasn't the greatest assault of all times. The heavy losses sustained. One squad only remaining with one model, so not sure what else he could have done. I mean, this was the prime fortified position. Maybe he could have tried to actually focus down this listing post instead. I mean, hindsight 2020, of course, but still, attacking on this heavily fortified position was not the call. Now Ian will lose his forward position listing post over here, and it's almost always worth it to build up these points. It delays him from getting this point back. You get 50%, 50 requisition back, so it's only 50 requisition cost, and you get also more income while you have it. So it and mostly you see it here delays the slow creep that Imperial Guard could have done otherwise, like going this lane with the listing post on one side and this terrain on the other side. They are relatively safe over here. Could have done more damage, but Imperial Guard seems to be more going like on this angle over here. They could get this relatively undefended point and this one as well, but are then susceptible to some flanking over here. Machine pit is on the way. Special weapon squads, there you go. They are getting built against for some building bashing, I guess. But okay, now they need to. This is exactly what I mean. Even delayed this stuff because of a grenade. You are successful. Wow, you can be flanked over here. Now losing quite a lot of models on the command squad, or at least one Psycho, doing some damage to the general as well. Now I'm really interested to see what these specialists will do. Will they get in here and attack while they are trying to siege over here? Stuff like that. Heavy stoppers? Do I see heavy stoppers? No, no tactical control even. I was hoping to see a tactical control. He has the resources for it. Because heavy stoppers against this infantry blob over here could be deadly. But there's also the first rhino, and this could change his things completely. Because he can now just drive in the middle over here, pop them out, and then kill a whole lot of stuff. But there's the Psycho, of course, as the usual, that allows for some Curse of the Machine Spirit. And his specialists over here that could be used against these rhino, but need to go into a relatively close range for it. Now see attack in the middle and get a kind of a counter attack done over here, but this target in the middle is more valuable, but I do not think you can fight against this rhino with what he currently has another heavy weapon team on the way. He would need another Imperial infantry command. Mechanized command is on the way as well. What do we see now? A Vindicator. Rarely do we see one now that it is adjusted in cost and damage quite a lot. Priest over here just taking shots for his brethren over here. Moving back a bit, now getting the Curse of the Machine Spirit, so they cannot advance as easily. And they are also now the specialists. So the question is now, do they retreat through the middle or to this point over here? There is now a very nicely set up heavy weapon team over here, and I would really like me some tactical control over here. Heavy bolter turret, so he is again bunkering down as he likes to do. More chimeras. Not sure if like a basilisk, if you like put it on this position over here behind this line, could be a thing. But there comes the rhino again, and this is some dead guardsmen if I've seen one. Vindicator shot. Wow. All heavy weapons, they have plasma pistols, they have purged the weak, they could use their Berserk Fury, I think it's called as well. And in comes more specialists, and the heavy bolter turret is upgraded to, yeah, Vanquisher, I like it. Who doesn't like Vanquisher turrets? And the Chimera being focused on, but there's no dedicated anti-vehicle on the side of Grindan over here. I mean, the Vindicator does a hell of a lot of damage against basically any target, but is stunned for now. And yeah, more and more Chimeras come in. It also costs a whole lot more than any of these Chimeras. I think you could lose 3 Chimeras against the Vindicator and would be fair trade. Even the specialist trying to get some shots in, but there comes even more Chaos Marines from the side now, going actually into melee against these heavy weapon teams. They cannot tie it down into melee, but they will take full damage nevertheless. Vanquisher turret helping taking down this rhino. There down it goes. Question is what comes now. After the Vindicator, a Hell Talon. Hell Talons are pretty nice in this map as you have this terrain on the backside, so you could snipe down this generator for example. But opts to bring it to the middle. The heavy weapon team is still standing strong here. Wow. Actually surviving everything, and there comes the Hell Talon focusing down now this thing over here. The Vindicator will shoot in a moment again, I guess. The Hell Talon also now being stunned by Curse of the Machine Spirit. Very nice usage over here. We see some more spells being used by the Psyker. More and more Chimeras. There's this little, this is from the Hell Talon. Little shooting star over here. Yeah, the specialists are over here. Not sure what their exact purpose is for now. In tier 3 they get a nice grenade. This was moved to tier 3 because it was too strong in tier 2. Now the Vanquisher turret is here. 2 Hell Talons is on the way. Will there be a third one? There will be. So a whole bunch of vehicles now fighting, and this Vanquisher turret shooting upwards like a champ. Grindan moving back these guys. I haven't seen the Vindicator fire in a hot minute. There's quite a long reload time, the unit. And another Hell Talon. 3 Hell Talons now out of the way. There's now also a Sentinel coming in. Sentinel can get a multi-melter immediately, even without a tactical control now. This is a change to make them more easily anti-vehicle units again. Have also a good range on your multi-melters. Ooh, there's some dead guardsmen over here. So the anti-vehicle thing is an issue on both parts. You could add Havocs on the Chaos side with some missile launchers, for example. Oh, taking big damage from these grenades. Taking down 1 Hell Talon. Oh, almost. Okay. These guys need to get some last cannons, I guess. Guys, there's only 1 remaining of these Is tier 3 or anything on the way? There's a priest coming in. There's now another sentinel power income upgrade. Cultists for capturing. Creed actually has to take and hold victory. Now that's interesting. This sentinel needs to be repaired. Again, the trade, I like it from Creed. While again not totally favorable because this was an LP2 and this is an LP1. It is like I cannot defend this, so might as well use my time attacking something else. Vindicator still standing here, taking big damage from this multi-melter over here. Second, does it have an autocannon this time? No, it cannot get an autocannon because there's still no mechanized command. Yeah, taking down this point now with the help of these specialist squad, and yeah, taking down this sentinel over here. Another sentinel is here, however, but does not have the multi-melter over here. There's still a conscript standing here. Interesting. They will not be a match of the against these Chaos Marines over here. On the northern side, the point is not decapped, but in the middle, and so the take and hold victory will be hold off by these guardsmen over here. Heavy weapon team again. Quite a lot of float for Creed, I have to say. Currently, would need some more. Oh no, generators. He has enough. Just some more meat, I guess. On the other side, tier 3 is on the way, so the tier progression for Creed would need to start soonish. Getting now an infantry command, which I was thinking as well. You need another infantry command to max out your population. Quite big armies on both sides. 12 and 7 pop here, 8 and 13 on the other side. Chimera again used as a frontline unit. Now the specialists coming in. 2 squads of specialists actually, and now they can try to take down these. Barely in range, but enough it is. Sentinel coming in, eating a lot of fire from all different angles, being focused down by the Helltons, but Helltons will not fall in the trap of fighting forward too much. And yeah, the question is, as Imperial Guard, I do not think you want to enter here in any circumstance. Now another Rhino is here so that he could try to pincer his way in, but there's a less cannon special weapon team, a Vanquisher turret, and another heavy bolter turret being added over here for some more anti-armor weaponry over here. In comes the Rhino. Nevertheless, the Hell Talons leading the charge, eating the shots, and a lot of damage being focused down on this heavy weapon team. Now they need to probably focus down this turret over here, but they're focusing down the Sentinel, which is also a nice thing. Vindicator being survived the engagement and being repaired by a bit, and 3 Chimeras over here holding the line. 4 Chimeras. There were a total of 5 Chimeras at one point, which is actually the maximum for the cap over here. Killing the Rhino, and now these units are out here. 1 Chimera dies, nevertheless. Specialists sitting here. Another Vanquisher. Yes, of course. More Chimeras being added. Tier 3 started and almost finished. Tier 3 is finished for Grindan, so the question is, what does he go for? More Hell Talons for now. They can get their corrosive cloud bomb thingy. Or do they have the... I think they have it enabled by default once you hit tier 3. So they could get a very dangerous biotoxin stuff. Demon Pit is online. More and more stuff being added here. Multi-melters and plasma guns. And I really would like to see me some obliterators or some terminators. Terminators would be nice as well. More Rhinos for now, support vehicles it is. The cultists over here chasing some specialists and a whole bunch, and now even another heavy bolter turret, some economy upgrades. Tier 3 is finished, so we should see some Kazakin, we should see some, or could see some very nice upgrades on these Chimera, like the Chimerax or the Camadon. Both would be very good. Autocannons probably. Yes. Autocannons on heavy weapon teams are absolutely amazing. Scanning the position over here. Another Chimera coming in. As I said, I would really like to see some of these Chimeras. There's a strafing round being used by the command squad over here, dealing a hell of a lot of damage against these units. Holy shit. There were some traitors over here at one point. Demon Prince summoning. Holy. That's also nice. You could also go for the Demon Pit. Is this the Demon Pit? What is it called? This other pit. Sacrificial Circle, I think. For some possessed. If you want to go in melee, not sure if you want to do that. I mean, okay, there come down some javelin teams. Some more priests. I would like to see me the air command again. Air command is something with the vulture gunship. No, what is it called? It's not vulture. Vulture heavy gunship is the tier 4. The Vendetta, I think it's called. This will not deal a whole lot of damage against the infantry. Yeah, they have the anti-vehicle charges. How much damage does it deal? About 600 or something. That's quite a lot. Wow. But very low refiring rate. There comes the Demon Prince now. Trying to set a front line now. Even some priests now being added. Kazakin is now out. Using... That's actually a valuable idea to how do you get through demon armor, heavy demon armor as Imperial Guard. It is actually getting a whole lot of cycles with their soul rip thingy, then can deal with it. And you see for now that there's no real dent. There are some autocannons, but they will getting killed. Not sure if the command squad is in the midst of chaos over here. There's the Kazakin armor. There's the Vindicator still sitting here. You see the reload time on this thing is absolutely long, but yeah, once it fires, there's a big boom coming in. One more damage piled on the Demon Prince, so it will go down eventually. But the question is, was it enough time for his Chaos Marine friends to come in here? Vindicare Assassins, also a thing it can be used against Demon Armor High pretty well. Another Chimera, so he's just, yeah, perma producing Chimeras because they're very cost efficient even in tier 3. I would have again liked to see some upgrades of them. They are very pricey, but they're also really good. Demon Prince now will fall. He has soaked up so many abilities and damage. So the question is if you just rebuild him or what is the plan? Getting now Uncommon Valor, very nice. Uncommon Valor, I think it's called. Chaos Lord is being rebuilt. Demon Summoning is being researched again. More Hell Talents and Rhinos. Yeah, Creed needs to rebuild his points over here. So these are the silence after a big engagement over here. 144 against 63 against 110 and 73. So kind of even for this stage of the game. Chimera is now advancing still with their basic loader. Not sure what this is all about. Getting 2 Chimeras dead for no real reason, or is he just spotting? He needs to use his ability. Whew, that was close. It could be that he tries to spot. There are now the grenades of the specialists over here, and there he saw the animation, so there will be a strafing one. So he was spotting for it actually. Yeah, hitting as well. I was thinking with the first flare that it might be missing, but it did not. Chaos Lord is again over here. Demon Prince summoning is finished, so he could ascend any moment here. A lot of specialists over here with their grenades. Javelin are out again. He has some actually requisition issues. A Medusa of all the things. Interesting. Medusa, if it pops out now, yeah, just stop and fire. Jesus Christ, this would be amazing. Boom! Missing! For the most part missing. So this is sad because now the Hell Talents come in and will focus it down before it can fire a second time. There's now some Obliterators. The Demon Prince Mutilators being piled up as well. They have been deep striked and reinforced in the base. They come with 3 models but now have 5. So he prepared this attack a long time ago, and now I do not see how Imperial Guard is holding this. He has no meat. It's only 6 and 2 army size against a whole bunch of Chaos Marines over here, and mostly demons and obliterators and whatnot. These obliterators actually being focused down quite effectively, but there's also Chaos Marines and Hell Talents and the Vindicator, the Demon Prince, Mutilators. Mutilators actually shining here. I struggle to make them useful, but you see here how to make it useful. Bring them not in alone, but in tandem with other ones. Actually killing the priests here pretty convincingly as well. Another Javelin team, but there's not a whole bunch of armor now, apart from the Vindicator. There's a whole lot of infantry and demon stuff and aircraft. I do not think the Javelin can hit aircraft. They might, but they certainly do not have enough time. So, and Creed calls it GG by Creed, GG by Grindan. What an amazing game. I fucked up a little. Yeah. I guess so. He could have used his resources a bit better, but nevertheless, very nicely game played from both players. We see here the Demon Prince in his final victory dab. Yeah, I do not want to go into detail too much because it was a very nice game from start to finish. Thanks for these guys to have these nice games over here. And thanks for you for watching. I do not know, I go in the grateful mode here for the developers of this mod. It's such an awesome mod. I really enjoy casting it. But yeah, enough for that. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.